Hey everyone, it's Barbara at the Raspberry Stitcher. I know it's been a bit. I told you summer's very difficult. So yes, it's probably been at least 6 weeks. So let's get started because I have a table full. I have all of these whips and I'm gonna let you know what I've been doing. So I think first off, thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone who comments and follows along on my Instagram and my YouTube. So I totally appreciate that. I have some other people who follow along on my, follow me on Facebook or some of the Facebook groups that I'm in. So I really appreciate all of your guys' comments. Someone made a wonderful comment that I need some stuff back here. Yes, that is in the plans. I just haven't gotten to it. So many things going on. It's been a really busy month. So I'm kind of winging this. I normally have a list of how I'm going to go through things, and I just needed to get this done today. So first off, I want to show you a fully finished object. You guys have seen the finished one and the difficult boo-boo I did on it, but here is Blackbird waiting for the harvest, which I did on 32 count cappuccino with espresso bean by Gentle Arts. But I fully finished it into this pillow. And I did use the crushed walnuts and also some batting. So I used a little bit of both, but I think it turned out really cute. I like the back. I did find one color. I ordered some more trims, which I'll show you later. I keep going trim crazy, but I really do like this. I can lay it flat. You can still see everything. But I did get some of this from Lady Dot Grubby Gate. It's kind of like this color. So I thought maybe that might look good on it. I might use some pins and kind of pin it across and see what it looks like. You know, kind of pulled and scrunched up, similar to the to this pillow over here that I had done, similar to that. You can kind of see. Also, Ronnau shows a couple of different ways to do the actual ribbon, so I might even play around with that and see. I haven't decided, but anyway, that might be an option. I still am looking for a super dark brown, so that would be really awesome too. But I'm really excited with the way it turned out. I may just leave it like this and not put anything on it, but I do really love it. And if you haven't heard the story, a couple of episodes ago, I talked about how I accidentally ironed the interfacing on the front and not the back, and it took hours and hours to get it off. And different methods, but it actually turned out pretty nice, and I actually think looks pretty good considering all of that. So that was my fully finished. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know I have a couple of finishes from my whips. I have 2 whip finishes, which I'm very excited about. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Plum Street Cereal Bowl Collection. I believe, what lesson is that? Lesson 5. So I bought this as a semi-kit. It did have the floss with it and the trim. I'm not sure if I'll use that trim or a different one. I have a couple, another choice that I want to show you with some fabric. But here is my finish. I did this on 36 count Regency by Picture This Plus, which definitely has green to it. I'm doing them all on 36 count Regency. And pretty much with the called for threads. I don't think I've changed anything on any of the others. I believe I showed you guys last time the other ones. I just have one left to go. I don't remember the number. Maybe 3, maybe 2. It's the one with the bees and the beehives, the bee skip. So it's really pretty. But I really love how this turned out. Pretty much like just a few colors. It's very basic. I like that it's the green and this kind of, I mean, it's an orangey, but it's, I don't know, it's really nice and soft. I can't remember what color that was, but I have this fabric that I'm going to use to back it with. I think it looks really nice with that subtle tone on tone paisley. And I either have Lady Dot Brick House, which I bought another one of these and it's a slightly different color, but this one really matches, and I kind of like the tone on tone to bring that out. I do have the original cream, but I'm not really excited about that. I could use this and dye it. Maybe I should dye this the dark brown. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really thinking I'm just going to do a tone on tone. I think it would be really pretty and classy. I think those deers are pretty classy. I don't know why, but just the way that they're done, they look pretty regal. So this is my next whip finish. I believe that might have been whip number, I want to say 11. I have them in my book. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have, yeah, that would have been whip number 11. So anyway, tell me what you think. Do you like the tone on tone? Right now, that's what I'm leaning towards. The next item, which all of you who follow me just went gaga over this finish, and I'm so excited, and thank you, was the Blooming Bouquets Cheerful. I don't always see a lot of people stitching some of these, but I love them, and I thought since a lot of you like them, I'm also going to show you what the other ones look like, because I have all of them patterns and floss packs. And so I was going to talk about that too, the floss packs and how I deal with them, just because people had questions. I messaged a few people. This one, I had a bunch of them, and I asked my daughter which one I should start. I started it in 2020 as my new year, new start. And she said, Mom, you should do cheerful. We need to be cheerful. So I said, all right, that's what I'm going to do. So this is the one I started. These were called for on Picture This Plus Legacy 36 count. So that's what I ended up getting and doing them on, because they will all fit in an 8x10 frame, which is kind of nice. Except for the last one, which is the next one I'm going to do. So it's a little different, which I did not realize. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So here I want to show you my finish. So here is my finish, Cheerful, which is number 2 in the Blooming Bouquets series. Like I said, this is done on 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. It is done with the silk pack by Jeanette that she puts together, which is a super deal, because if you had to buy all of the separate flosses in silks, it would cost way more than the floss packs. I know the floss packs seem expensive. Sometimes they can run between $40 to $60 depending on how many silks are in there, but it is a super, super deal when you think about having to buy each individual skein. I really, really love the top part. I'm going to try to get you a good, I love those flowers up there. They're so pretty. This only has, if you're not really big on the, what people call specialty stitches or more embroidery type stitches, this just has a satin stitch border. The rest of it is all regular cross stitch. A lot of Jeanette's pieces do have a lot of other specialty stitches, which don't be intimidated by that, because her diagrams are amazing. So right here is the bottom part. The basket is adorable. So there's that. And also you might hear my daughter, she just walked in. So that is that one. So I need to find some 8x10 frames. I don't know if I'll do them all the same. On the pictures, you'll notice Jeanette has them in, I think, similar frames, not all the same, but most of them in dark frames. So, and I'm pretty sure she did 8x10, I would assume. So I thought I would show you some of the other ones. This was the first one, and it is called Thankful. Beautiful fall colors. Really, really nice. All of them have the border. I believe all of them have the satin stitch inside border. All of them have a, vase with a bouquet. Some do have words, some do not. The first one I did not. So this one says, for all that I have loved, I saved till that I need, I received, or all that I needed, I received, all that I completed, I rejoiced, all that I dreamed, I achieved. So it's really, really pretty. Now this one does have a little bit of satin stitches in here and some beading, which is really pretty. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really nice. Beautiful colors. And then number 2 was the cheerful that I did. Number 3 is joyful and is a Christmas. Now this one came in 2 colorways. This one, which is the red, and then she has one that is a coral. So if you're not a Christmas person or you don't celebrate Christmas, you could do it in a different color. Obviously it's for the poinsettias. And this one does have joyful written right here. And so with that, I want to talk about, this is how the floss packs come. So this one has 2 color skeins. You can see that they're all mixed together. Now what you do is you look for one color that is slightly easy to differentiate in each skein. So if you look at these 2, you'll see that this gold is in here. There's no real gold in this one. So if you look on the sheet here, I can find that one of them says Inca Gold, which is down here. So I know that this skein that has that gold are these flosses. And then I know this one has got to be these flosses up here. And from there, you can start separating them. And really, it's not as difficult as you think it is. And I'm going to show you what I do after I separate them. These I do not put on floss tags because there isn't, some of them don't have very much per color. So these I do put in baggies, and I don't use floss away baggies. I just use regular snack baggies that you get at the grocery store. It's for me, it's cheaper, it's easier, and it's something that I can reuse if I need to. But it's just the expense of it's not too much. Number 4 is called Beautiful. It looks like all roses. And this one has no wording. I like it. Number 5 is called Bountiful, which is definitely a fall theme. So if you like fall, these colors are amazing. This one might be the one I do after this other one, because I always want to have one of these going until I get all of them finished. And the one that I'm starting, which is the last one she just put out at Expo this spring, was Hopeful. And these are just my colors. The purple, the greens, the kind of magenta-y pinks. I really, really, really like this one. So of course I had to make a bag. So I made this bag, and I don't know if you can see, but I did quilt it. I quilted the whole back. It was pretty easy to quilt. The first time I've done quilting, but with these vines, it was just easy to do these diamond quilts. I had this trim that I had gotten on a clearance. It's just an elastic trim that I put on there. The inside, coordinated that. So I'm really excited about the bag. I do need to find some kind of something to go on here. But here was the snafu. So this project called for 40 count fawn. So I could not find 40 count fawn anywhere. I did order a couple of colors. I ordered 40 count in the Legacy, which would be fine, especially a light to medium. I do have the 36, but when I measured this out on the calculator, on the stitch calculator, it would be bigger than the 8x10 by just a smidge. So, and I'd like to put them all in an 8x10. If I do it on the 40, it's going to be, design size would be 6x7.5. I still could put it in 8x10. I don't think it would still be too big, and I think that's what they did. I mean, if you look here, I'm pretty sure that they did that. She could have had that custom made, I'm not sure. But I believe they would fit in an 8x10 one. So I have some on order. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure, but I wanted to show you what I did with these. This pack actually had 3 separate skeins. There's a little bit more colors on here. So what I do is I just use these baggies. Let me get something that's white behind here so you can see. And I just put the symbol on it. I write the color. I wrote what brand on here. If it did have a number, I would write that number down here. And I also wrote the DMC conversion. Just in case I would think I'm going to run out, maybe I could use a little DMC here or there strategically. But I'll be honest, I don't think I run out with her ever. I really haven't. So like on this one, on the gold, I went ahead, the Swallow has an actual number, so I put that. So then when I get done with this, I will know what brand and silk that is, and I could use it somewhere else if I wanted to. And I can just mark out the chart symbol and use it somewhere else. So that is what I do with my packs like that. I don't do it with all of my silks, but these, because you're just getting portions of skeins, it just makes it easier to do it that way. So that will be my next start, since I did earn another start. I actually have 1 start waiting in the wings because of my finishes. I have started, I believe, 5 things. This will be number 6. So that is exciting. I'm so excited to start that one. I just think it's so pretty. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm doing pretty good. I did start 2 other things. One was in exchange, and that is already done and sent off, so that doesn't count. And I have another exchange that'll be done this year, so that doesn't count. So what I'm trying to do is I had about, originally I thought I had 31 whips. I think I have like 33, probably have more, but those are not ones that are currently in any rotation or have any idea when they'll pick them back up. So I have finished 2 more, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have finished 12, so I earned 6 starts, and that would be my 6th start. I started my new year, new start does not count. That's not an earned one. That is something I just do. But I started Though He Seemeth Sleeping by Lucy Beam. I've started Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. Jessie Watson by Hats. What Remains is Love. Or it's actually just What Remains, but the whole thing is What Remains is Love by Blackbird. I have also started Midsummer Garden by Vintage Tulip Design, which we're going to talk about because that's the next one. That was my birthday start. And then I'm going to start Blooming Bouquets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be my 6th one. So I have to finish 2 more to get any more starts. So that is my goal, is to get that whip count down at least by half. For every 2 whips I get, I can have a start if I want to start something. So let me move these couple of things out of the way because I've got a lot here. Let's go on to my other new start. So of course I had to make a bag for it too. So I made this beautiful bag. It has beautiful succulents all over it in these beautiful bright colors. And I thought it was perfect for the green and purple. I have some rickrack here that I put on. The inside is just this purple. Oop, don't show that. So anyway, I'm very excited about that. I did not quote that one, but I really like it. So my birthday start that I earned was by Vintage Tulip Designs. It's Midsummer Garden. It's right here. I may change some things up. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually put the words in here. I may change some things up right in here. I love just the different floral motifs. I might put a house in there. I'm just not sure. I do like the bird. I do want the bird in there, but I'm just going to take it as it goes. I'm going to work on all of those and then kind of come back to this probably. I decided to do this. I originally had gotten the 36 count. which is by XJ Designs. So this was originally, I think they did on 32. I ended up getting 36 on Rocky Mountain, but I decided that I had seen, oh my goodness, how am I going to forget who it was? I saw somebody and they were doing it on 40. And of course I was like, I love 40 better, going to do it on 40. So I ended up getting 40 and actually it was like this. And started it on my birthday. I haven't done anything since my birthday, but this is what I got done on my birthday. And I ended up getting the flosses. I was very lucky. She doesn't always have this color or the flosses available. I did have some people message her, and then she was going to dye some up. So she may end up dyeing extras and putting them on her site. I have no idea. I got my little floss ring that was given to me. And these are the flosses. They're so pretty. These are cotton by her also that she specially dyed for this project. They're gorgeous. And so I was very excited to start this. I want to get some more done on this because I really love how it's stitching up. I like the bright greens. I love the beautiful purples. I am so excited over this. And I know that lighter color isn't showing here, but it definitely shows in person. That lavender, it's super sweet and soft. Totally excited about that. I can't wait to get into some of the other floral motifs. So that was when I started my birthday, which was July 6th. I had actually that whole week off. I intended to do a floss tube then. I intended to do one this past weekend. I had everything laid out. It just didn't happen. It's all right. I'm doing one now, right? All right. So since I had two finishes, I wanted to show you my new whip that is in progress. And I know all of us have heard about Barb passing away from Blackbird Designs, and I did stitch what remains. I just felt it was very poignant. I had started it. It happened over the BBD Weekend Sal, Blackbird Sal, that Brenda and Laura are hosting for the first weekend of the month. I know that Barb was a huge Americana 4th of July person, loved those different things, but really felt like what remains is just a poignant stitch to do kind of in her honor. So I stitched on that after I'd heard before and after, because what remains is love. What we leave behind is our love for the things that are important to us, and what a legacy she has left us through her stitching, through her love of stitching, through her love of quilting and all other things that she did. I know there were rug hooking and some other types of things. So I just felt really strongly that that was the stitch to do for that occasion. But another one that I started for my whip finish is another Blackbird, because I have, I think, 3 Blackbird series going. I know, crazy. I have For the Birds, I have Garden Club, and I have the Abecedarian series. I have all of them and all of that, except for one. I'm missing one Abecedarian, but I have a friend. It's an out of print. If they ever print it again, I will be buying it. But I have one that's out of print that I will be getting a lend from at some point. I think I have 2 friends that actually have it that I want to do. It's Rosy Morning, and you can't find that anywhere. I don't know if they just didn't make as many of that one for some reason, but it is like, you know, it's the unicorn chart. For me, it's the unicorn chart. But it's fine. I can stitch it when I get to that point and borrow it from somebody. But I'm doing number 2 in the series of Garden Club, which is Apple Orchard. And I am doing this called for. Originally, when I started this, I didn't mind stitching 2/2 as much. I probably would do it on 36 now. If I was going to do it, I do it in the called for colors, everything, but do it in 36. I don't know if I do it in 40, because they are small. I mean, these are on 32 only 4x4, so they're not huge items. I have not decided if I'm going to frame them or make maybe even stand-ups with them or pillows. I really don't know. I'm using pretty much all the called for colors. I am switching out. This is a limited edition. It's called Spiked Punch. It's a little bit lighter than the old red paint, because when I put my old red paint next to Weathered Barn, they were pretty close in color and you weren't going to see much variation. So I really thought this would look better. And if you look on here, I don't know if it's the photography, but they definitely look like different colors, not just slightly different. This one looks a lot pinker. Mine still isn't that pink, but I've worked a lot on this in the last few days. I've gotten pretty close to a finish. So here it is. I just have this bottom, the bird to do, which I've started right here. And I have some little items like this that need to go throughout, and I will be pretty done with that. So I'm very excited about it, and I do think the contrast is noticeable enough in those two colors. So that will be finished pretty soon. I was going to show you, I have this in this beautiful bag that I purchased. I did not make this one, but if you look in here, I have all the other flosses that I need for this. I probably will have to have another skein of another one, but I also have all of the other charts stacked up in here with their respective cut piece of linen. So, and I also have a stack in here that I've already prepped, which I can't really show you. I can show you the back of all of the charts for my working copies. So I did make working copies of these. But yeah, I am very excited that this one is close to a finish also. Not sure what I'm going to do after that one. I have a couple of choices. Each of them will take a bit more time to finish. I don't have anything as close to a finish as that. Also, I should let you know what that was, Tishon. It is the called for. It's Confederate Gray by Weeks Dye Works. So, and I'm pretty sure all that is Old Weeks, which doesn't bother me any. And I think I did pretty good on the 2/2. I've been doing a lot of railroading because I don't stitch as well 2/2. I find it hard to get my stitches to lay right. I do twist my threads a lot, so I have to untwist them. So it definitely takes a little more time for me to stitch 2/2. But anyway, that is that. Next, I forgot to write a couple things down. Maybe I can remember them. So let me go to my book. I'm going to be honest, June was kind of a dud again. I didn't write a whole lot down. But I want to talk about, I went to Fancy Works on the 12th. They had a stitch-in for the Hoosier Stitchers, and that was pretty awesome. I worked on Morrison, and I worked on the Holland sampler, I believe. But I bought a couple of things, and I got to meet the two tall stitchers on Flosstube. So hi, ladies! That was fun. I got to see some other people there that are, in the Indiana community of stitchers, and I also got to do some shopping because Fancy Works is one of our stitch shops in Indiana who are exclusively for stitching. We do have a couple other places that are you can get stitching supplies, but some of them cater a little more towards, like the one in town here is more of a fabric store, but they do have some stitching supplies. There's another one that is, it has stitching stuff. It has some stuff. It has a lot of good threads though, because they really cater more towards, what do I want to say, embroidery and canvas work. So anyway, while I was there, of course, I had to get another Jeanette Douglas because a friend of mine just finished the Patriotic Sampler. And so, of course, I've been wanting it. I had to buy it, and they had it with the floss pack, which I've already opened some of it and looked at, and it has the beads and everything in it. And they had it all together. And if you're wanting to know, like this one was $58 for the chart and the pack. Most of that money is in your pack. Probably, you know, $46 was in the pack alone. So I decided to pull this out. We're going to see it's 32 count parchment. I'm not sure. I believe this was done on, let me double check here. Chart down here. I thought I pulled out, sorry about the crinkles. I thought I had pulled out what it was done on. I'm almost positive. There we go. Yeah, it's done on 32 count lamb's wool. So to get everything to lay right, I feel like I need to do it on 32 count. And I don't mind that. I have pulled this, which I think the colors, it's one reason I pulled the colors out. I think the white will show up. You know, that creamy white. And I think that the beige that's in here, there is a beige, will show up. So I was trying to make sure that those would show up and not get lost in the fabric. It is, I think, a bit darker than this color. It's hard to tell. Sometimes the photographs wash the fabric out and they look lighter. But this is really gorgeous stitched up. I know that also Pam from Just Keep Stitching did this one this past year or maybe the year before. I can't remember. But hers is gorgeous. So if you're looking for that, check out one of their Flosstubes. I don't know which one, but it's really, really pretty. And while I was there, I also got one of the trays that Jeanette does. So she has a series of trays and drawers. They go into a cabinet and you can put the drawers in and you make the little smalls that go in here. I have her Christmas one. I didn't pull it. I probably should have. She has various ones for different seasons, different types of things. She has a mermaid one even. But the Christmas one really caught my eye. So I just bought one drawer. They are a little pricey. It was $36, but they're all, look at the sides, the dovetailing here. It's beautiful. It was nice going to Fancy Works because they had about 4 or 5 of these so I could pick out which one I wanted. The stains are slightly different because of the woods. They're nice. They have little felts on the bottom. So these can just sit out and you can put your little smalls in there and display them. So I did buy that also. Just a whole Jeanette day there. I also ordered some things that when they come in, I'll have to, you know, purchase and they'll be sent to me. But anyway, that was super fun. It was just great. It was a full day. We just sat and stitched. I think I got there, I think around 10 and stitched all day until about 3 or 4 and then drove back home. That is about I'd say an hour to an hour 20 for me, maybe a little longer. I can't remember, but it was really nice just to sit and stitch with people. I really enjoyed it. So why don't we go through some of the other things I did. I did do some online Stitchy Zoom like classes. So let me look at that. See, went to Fancy Works. Acorns and Threads. I believe there was a country sampler retreat Zoom. So that started on Friday night, the 18th. They did have some issues, but they were super great. We just did earlier on Saturday and we had Sunday. So that was with Needlework Press and it was super fun. A bunch of ladies in one of my Zooms, a bunch of us were in there doing it. And when we had a few of the breakout rooms, we all went to the same breakout room and chatted. So that was awesome. So there was a couple of pieces, smaller pieces to do in class. I did decided to focus on just one and get it done. I did change the colors, but this was Stitch Camp 2021. And these are the samplers right here. These were stitched by a boy. His name was George. And they believe that his mother probably taught him to cross stitch, and these are done on perforated paper. So very rare to have a boy, you know, sampler, and then to have it on perforated paper. My favorite is this one right here. That's probably the next one I'll do. I did stitch this, but I did different colors. I'm going to show you. I do not have it fully finished, but my friend, and I think she did it in the call for colors, Quilt Nook Gal, so QUILTNOOKGAL on Instagram. Check her Instagram out. Go down the feed a little ways and you'll see her finished, and it's gorgeous. She's a beautiful stitcher and quilter, so she's got some sewing skills. I'm still working on the sewing skills. But anyway, and back on this side, you can see the reproduction and or the original and the reproduction, So pretty true to that. But we did work on this little scissor case, and then she's also got it set up so you can, so with the antique they found, they made this off of, and I think she's actually taught this some other times, but not maybe in this colorway. But it's really pretty. So I decided to change it up a bit. We had gotten Valdani threads for this, and let me pull this. I've already put some on my floss ring. So these are the greens, brown, and cream. I did use those. These are the other colors for the sampler, which I'll do the sampler in what they gave us. These are cotton Valdanis, but I decided to do the others with these two Fiberlicious purples, because who doesn't want a purple bird and flowers? So this was the colors I decided to use for that little scissor case, needle case. So that was, and look at that variation. I love it. So here is mine. So I don't know which is front and which is back, but the saying on here is, of this I am justly proud. So here's that side, and it's probably pretty hard to see, but I did this in a little cross type thing here. Yeah, you probably can't see it, it's so tiny. And then here is my bird side with the purple berries. And that was awesome. And this was done, all the linen was Fox and Rabbit, which I did not really have any Fox and Rabbit. I know a lot of you have done it. This color was called Up in the Attic. And these are all 36 count, I believe. Everything is on. So here was the pack, and it was really nice because on the linen, they had wrapped it, and I'll show you, and put these little tags so you knew what that linen was for and what it was called. We also got all the finishing materials. I will not be using that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I'm actually going to do two colors. You've seen two of these colors already. So I'm going to use these two to finish mine with. I think that'll be really pretty. So that's what I decided to do. And I'm very excited about that. But there is a little piece of felt to make a little needle flap in there, and then this beautiful button for a closure. So I'm excited to learn how to do that. I may need some help from my friend because hers turned out amazing. Absolutely amazing. So for the sampler with the cow, and we believe that's the dog, and on that it says "Come Lion." So they believe that the dog, what they looked like a dog, they believe that its name is Lion because they've not been able to find that reference anywhere else. So that's what they think. That is going to be on 36 count hog bristle. And it was great. They give you a little like postcard type thing to go with it. And this came all packaged up in a little, bag to keep it in. I took it out so you guys didn't have to hear all of that. The next one was in this cute little envelope. And that was the 36 count Eureka, which is a bit lighter. So I'm going to show these all together so you can see the colors. Where's my other one? All right, so we've got Up in the Attic. This one is the hog bristle, And then this one is Eureka. So you can kind of see the color variation from kind of a light. This has got a little more what I call like a terracotta shade to it. This is a little more taupey, and this is a little more beige or lighter. Really pretty colors though. Definitely good shades of neutrals. But this one is for the church one, which is the one I would like to do. So I gave you a little postcard again, all packaged up nice, and then inside it, they give you a little ephemera. So cute. One of the other projects that some people did and finished was a little ephemera box to put your different items in. So they could use the ephemera given. So they gave you some different things to cut out. There's some other things in here that I don't want to take out because they're very fragile. But she also gave us a piece of an old, what would have been like a magazine. And it was one of the first type of books. I mean, I don't want to say books, but like magazines. They had like different poetry, stories, but it's one of the first that had like etchings or drawings in them, pictures for people to see stuff. So it was really neat to learn about that too. We also got this beautiful pair of black scissors to go in our little scissor case. So I really like those. Those back in my box so I don't lose them. But that was really great. That was pretty much like I mean, between the 3 days, I would say, you know, almost a 2-day thing. So it was really great to get those. I'm really excited about the samplers. Like I said, the next one I want to do, I really like that little church. I just like that. I love the sayings on it. It says, frugality is a fortune. Industry is a good estate. There are no gains without pains. True happiness, if understood, consists alone in doing good. And then they were able to find that those were attributed to Ben Franklin for 2 of them, and then William Somerville for 1 of them. So those were quotes that this boy put on his sampler, and I thought that was really interesting. So that's that. I'm sure that those will be released in about a year or so. Just like everything else when you do that sort of retreat. Also, they were having, Country Sampler went through a lot of their different kits and different items that they had on display. One of them that I couldn't pass up, I didn't take it out of the bag because there's so many items it is a kit, was, of course, this, it's basically pansy. It's in French, I think. But they're little pansies, and it's by Samplers Not Forgotten. It was so cute. It's way cuter than this. And if you look at the back, those colors are, and I love even the fabric, all of it. I can't wait to stitch that. And this is definitely going to be on my smalls list for next year because I'm doing a bunch of smalls. We also got a great chart, a little freebie chart, which I can't really show you, but I'm sure some of you might have gotten it other times. It's one by Little House Needleworks called Miniature Garden Game Board. We got to play games. They did. It was really fun. It was just a really fun time. So it was neat. They had giveaways, and some of my friends won some of those. It was really nice. Then, let's see, would have been the following weekend, on the following Sunday, the Acorns and Threads had a birthday bash. So they were celebrating their birthday. I believe it was 20 years. Maybe it was 25. I wonder if it says on the chart. 25 years in business. They had 2 separate owners, and both of them were there. I should have taken this out of the bag. I forgot. It's one of the only ones I didn't do. So the guest designer to design was Liz Matthews, which I was very excited about. I love her stuff. So I'm going to show you. This is Color and Cotton Bisque. It's a 36 count, and she did all DMC. Now, you could convert it to silk or something if you wanted, but I don't think you have to. These colors are gorgeous. And the bisque is kind of like a pale blue-green. I mean, it's really pretty. So I'm really excited about that. So here is the specialty chart that we got. needle in hand, and it's specifically for Acorns and Threads. So you can see the acorns. She put this house right here, she put A&T on it, even though it doesn't exactly look like theirs. She put the scissors, the spool. It's just really adorable. And she stitched it on this so it could be put in this frame, and she gave you the number for the frame. I know one of my friends, Mel, already bought the frame because she's like, I gotta have it. So I might have to go get that frame. It is really pretty. The light beaded wood that looks kind of like acorns all around. It's really cute. Now she will be releasing a chart similar to this. It will not be exactly like this, but it will be a representation of this. She wants to make this one specifically special for Acorns and Threads 25th anniversary, but she said she would release this but slightly modified, so it wouldn't be exactly the same. She did point out that the ampersand is backwards stitched, but on the chart it is not. She had a funny story about that, how she had her mom look it over. Her mom said, well, you might want to turn around the ampersand, and she thought her mom was just joking with her, didn't realize that she really meant it and that it was backwards, because she didn't say, oh, by the way, Liz, this is backwards. And so Liz left it and stitched it like that. And but she realized it later and fixed it in the chart. But then later they sent us this backwards. So if you wanted to stitch it backwards because you enjoyed the story, then you could do that too. So I thought that was really fun. I love how she's just so down to earth and like, hey, made a mistake, happens, you know, it's okay. So that was really fun. It was a great day. It was a one day. They played bingo. They had door prizes. It was super fun. They had a bunch of different designers pop in and congratulate them on their 25 years. So it was super nice time. Again, some of my friends were all in it, and a bunch of different YouTubers, a bunch of different designers actually took, were in the bash, paid in for it and got the chart and everything. So it was just super nice. It was a good time. So I want to tell you guys about that. It was super fun. I have not done anything through them before, and I would definitely recommend them. They were super nice. They have a couple of, if you don't know, they have a couple of charts from different designers that are specifically only at their store. So check that out. Ask them or look on their website, but they do have some. All right. I think I need to move on to giving you a lot of what I did information. Let's move on to some of my whips, and then we'll go into a few purchases. So we're talking about what remains. This was made for Traditional Stitches by Blackbird, and for their 20th anniversary. I do not know if you can get this anymore. The last time I looked, you could. So go on their website. They're out of Canada. That's where you will get it. I do not know if this will be released. I don't know any of that. This was designed by Alma. So I do think it's super special and poignant, even though I don't think at the time she knew what was happening later. But I bought the 40 count straw and the Amy Mitten conversion of silks. So this was done, I think, on 35. I'm pretty sure I got 40. So here are and they also had if you would like to buy floss drop here of the actual chart stitched. So these are the Amy Mitten silks. They are gorgeous. Especially those colors are just there. Again, my colors, love them. And I've got this top corner done. It's really not that big of a stitch. I want to say on 35 count, it is like a little over 9 by 9.5 by 9 3/4. So like a 10 by 10, a little under 10 by 10. Oh, I'm losing some of my stuff here. So let me show you what I've got done. It's a really pretty piece of straw, nice and deep. The colors really pop off of there. There are specialty stitches in this, which I am totally enjoying. So there's some satin stitching in that flower. And then, see if I can get a close up. And I believe all throughout, and especially in the border, are Smyrna stitches. So all of these little like berries are all Smyrnas. And she does have that throughout too. Super pretty. I love how the house turned out. I still have to finish it. I guess it's not done, but really nice. Like the variegation. I kind of wound around to kind of get, so it wasn't totally stripy, but to get some different, you know, look to it. So I am so happy with that. And I ended up putting that in my So Much to Love bag that I got last month because I thought it really, really color-wise, and of course the bird, it's not a blackbird, but I thought they really matched. And I thought those colors with that really looked pretty on here. So that's why I chose that bag. It's so cute. But there is my progress on that. I am very excited about that. We're going to move on to Jane Fittis by Hands Across the Sea, 1835. This was a July 4th start last year that was supposed to be done this year. It was a sal. I did not finish, and I knew I wouldn't. My one friend totally finished. Actually, it's the Instagrammer I just told you about earlier, Quilt Nook gal, and hers is gorgeous. So go and check hers out. Super beautiful. They did a drawing for prizes and stuff if you finish. It's on Facebook. They have different sals going, and there's another one that's going to be starting later. I think it's maybe not till October. But Jane Fittis is still up there. And so let's see, I have done this flower and a little bit here. I went over and did this bird. I did this motif and this motif. So I'm hoping to get the rest of these letters in and then come over to this bird, which is partially the one over one bird. But there are some, what are those called? I had not done this stitch before. It's really not that hard. It felt a little more intimidating than it was. It's just the stem stitch, which I just learned that just keep it close so there's no gaps in between. Just nice and tight, and it looked really, really pretty. So I'll show you that. And I am doing this on a 46 count. It is a dyer that no longer dyes. It's Sassy Fabbies, and it is, I think it's peach raffia or cream raffia, something like that. It is a peach color. So here's where I am at. This is such a pretty sampler. The colors are so vibrant. So I basically worked on this bottom part, and I'm not sure, I think before I had finished the four-sided stitch, so I'm pretty sure you guys saw all of that. So here is what I worked on. I basically worked on the bird, I think some of the letters, and this right here, which I guess I should tell you what that is, because that is kind of a specialty stitch. They're just long X's, really, or similar. It's a plat stitch. It's kind of like a long X. It's, you just kind of go over and across. It's not hard, but those are plat stitches, and those are really pretty. But you can see the stem stitch on these diagonals right here. That's where the stem stitch is. Hopefully you can see that. That bird is so pretty. And then up here, I think these are just long crosses in here, but it's a really pretty effect. This is really one of my favorite samplers. I absolutely love it. I just need to keep working on it. Definitely is a little more tedious with the 46 count, and probably more so because I'm using a Veriswa and not 103. I've noticed with the 46 on and Morrison, it's definitely quicker for me to stitch with the 103. But the colors in here are really, really pretty. So that is my progress on there. Okay, gotta figure out where to. The next one is the Lucy Beam, Though He's Seen Us Sleeping, which I started this year. I finally got down. I got all of this row done, and I got down to start the leaf border, and it's so pretty. I'm very excited. And I brought the other side borders down a little bit. So I did do my own conversion. I even bought the floss tag for that she has. She has a bunch of different ones, and I think she keeps making more, so go on her site. But I didn't do a lot of the oranges. I pulled out more mauves and pinks instead. It's great because she gives you a conversion for each really main cotton maker. So DMC, Gentle Arts, Weeks, and Classic Colorworks. So I just pulled things that I liked. Some of them are even limited editions. It's, you know, what I thought I wanted it to look like. I am doing this on a 40 count by X Jude, and now I'm forgetting, but it is in my other Flosstube. So I believe it's something paper, brown paper. I think it might be brown paper, kind of like your Saks brown paper. So here is where I am at. I did the vine all the way across, so then I can just do the leaves off of it. But I got all of this one done. Brought this border down some more. I'll probably do that one in a little bit. But look at those beautiful leaves. They're so cute. Really enjoying this stitch. I've seen all kinds of different variations in this one. So if you go on different fabrics, different colors, there is a Facebook page for this that I think Lucy Beam started. But go on there and you can see everything. I think it's Though He Seems Sleeping Facebook page. So check it out. It's really pretty. And you know, people have done this one. It's all cross stitch. So you could do Aida if you are an Aida stitcher. So, and this is on I have it stored in a bag that I made. Can't show you the front because it's got stuff on it. Next one is Winter Rose Manor, which I started, and I have finished the border. Yay! And it matches and it's beautiful. I'm so excited. I am doing this on a 40 count from X Jude, and I've totally forgotten again. Need to write those down on something. Really, really do. But I am using the Silk Conversion by Vicki Clayton. Now I'm going to say a caveat to that. I have ended up adding probably 4 other colors recently to mix in. There's a couple of colors that are very close, and I'm going to see if I want to change some things. So one of them that I did change, I ended up using Havana instead of, I think it was Palomino, because the color was so close. So here's the whole thing. My border is done. I do know this is the same as the new one that Hands Across the Sea just put out. They were doing their new one on this fabric, or one that they're going to be stitching up. It's kind of funny. I think it's old linen. Could be wrong. But so on this diamond pattern, that outside used Havana instead of what was called for, because it was super close. The way she dyed it was super close to this color. And if you look in the book here, put this like this. If you look in the book, you can see that that border is darker. So I wanted it to look more like the front cover and be a contrast. This side turned out so pretty though. The colors she dyed for that are amazing. I love it. And then the little berries at the bottom and on the side. So that's done. So now I can start in the middle. So I think, or at the bottom. So I might start at the bottom and start with the trees and the white. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. I'm like, I haven't really thought about that. I was just getting the border done. And normally I don't always do the border around, but it just seemed so simple to do and get done. So, and you'll notice mine definitely looks a bit different. The colors here look a little different than mine because of the conversion to the Vicki Clayton silks. But I am definitely in love with it. And I really like it on this deeper linen. It has some good light and dark variation in it, which I think makes it look old. So I am enjoying that. Anyway, these are the colors that I'm using from Vicki. They are very, very pretty, very pretty. And some of these that I added, I got from another conversion for something else. I mean, I don't think I'm going to use very much of them, so I don't think I'll run out with that. If I do, I'll just have to order more. Can't go wrong there. I do have that in a bag that I made. So I love this bag. I specifically made it. Super, super cute. And that's actually some Blackbird fabric. The next to the last one I've worked on is the Holland Sampler by Jeanette Douglas. And I am basically not quite at the halfway mark, but getting really close. So I think once I get this center band done, I will be a little more than halfway done. So I'm close. I have started, I might be on this side. I've started this one, but I did finish all these letters. I think last time I had started some of these, but I hadn't finished them. I probably brought the border down a little bit more. So this is the called for, which is a 32 count light mocha Zweigert. And this is with the floss pack by Jeanette. So here it is. And then I'll show you some of those letters. I believe what I finished was some of these here. I think it was in this one and I finished all of those. I do want to bring this down after I get this done. And then I started these specialty stitches here. Pull that over just a little. So you can kind of see it's all different types of satin. It's just satin stitching really. So I still need to do that bottom blue down there, and that one will be done once that bottom blue is done. So anyway, I am excited about that. I'll probably go across when you do those specialty stitches, it's almost kind of better just to go ahead and do this one and come over and do this one. So I'll probably bring that border down on this side, bring it down so I know where I can start those and go through there. And then go through and do those diamonds. I'm going to put 2021 on it because I'm finishing it this year. I have committed to finishing this year, and I'm almost halfway done, and it's July. It's halfway through the year. There is a lot of stitching in here, but nothing I think that I can't handle in the rest of the year. So if I just keep plugging away, I think I can definitely get the rest of this done. So I'm getting pretty close. And this is really comfort kind of fun stitching, especially with it being on 32 count. I get away from the 46. It's just really, really enjoyable. This is in a bag from the, I think it's from the 805 Stitcher. Yeah, she does great bags. So 805 Stitcher, check her out. That's what I got with that. So the last one I worked on was Ann Morrison. I'm really trying to catch up with the Sal. I want to finish it on time with the Sal this year. So I'll talk about this next after I get done with these. I am kind of committed to finishing a few of these this year that I think really could get done. So last time I had been finishing up the scroller letters here, I told them, and then starting the eyelet stitch alphabets. So this is all eyelet stitch. This whole border here is eyelet stitch. This whole heart is eyelet stitch. These letters and these letters here are all eyelet stitches. So a lot of eyelets on 46 count. So I've been working on those. You guys have all been super nice on Instagram telling me how much you really have enjoyed my pictures of them. And so thank you. Here is where I'm at, the whole sampler. And let me show you some of those. So I'll show you. Fold this up a little bit here. You can see some of the scroll letters that I finished up. I know I hadn't done all of those. And then I'll show you some of the eyelets that I have been working on. So there's the eyelets up close. I'm really enjoying these. Those are 16 leg eyelets. So that's another reason they take a lot of time, trying to get them nice and tight and neat. On the Facebook page, there is a diagram that a gentleman did for everyone. You know, I think I just realized I think I missed one of the squares over here on the A. Nobody said anything. I did. Oh my goodness, I just saw that. So on the A, can you see right here? I missed a whole eyelet right there. I'm going to have to go back in and add that little guy in. I could leave it and say that's my oops for this sampler. Tell me what you think. Do I add it? Do I just leave it and go, oh, my little oops, my little, I did something wrong. Anyway, they're just beautiful. I love eyelets. I don't mind doing eyelets. It's just that it is very time consuming. That is what slows me up. That is what slowed me up on Jane, and I got behind. So I am committed to, by the end of August, being caught up, which is a big, big ask of myself, but I'm really going to try because I want to finish this one on time and be, I think they're doing another drawing for stuff. So I really want to be in the drawing. Not that I'm going to win anything, but I just really want to finish it. So that, and this is the bag I made for this one. I just thought the colors were absolutely perfect. Love that one. So, and I actually bought, because it's not on floss rings, but I bought the floss ring for it and I just put it on there because I thought it's just too cute. I'll use it for something else at some point, but I put it on there to use. So talking about bigger pieces that I think I can finish this year. This is one of them I'm committed to finishing this year. And this, I forgot to say, is on 46 count Goblin King by Dixie Sampler. And I am using the 103s on this. So that is one I'm going to finish. The Holland Sampler, this is one I'm going to finish this year. I know you guys think I'm crazy. You're already shaking your head like, are you kidding me? No, not. Gonna finish them. I probably will not finish Winter Rosemena this year. That is not what I'm committing to finishing. That's a lot. One I am going to commit to finish is, though he's seen me sleeping, I am almost halfway through with that one too. I feel like, and I just started that this year. I feel like this one is very doable to finish, especially if you look at the chart. You know, I'm right here. This is all I have left to do. So I feel like that is very doable to finish. So that's 3. Count, people, 3. 3 samplers I'm going to finish. Because this is where you're going to shake your head and be like, I don't think so. I'm going to finish, Jane, before the end of the year. I'm not letting this go into another year. It is going to get done. It's too beautiful. When it gets done, it's going to be framed. This was my birthday start last year, even though it started on the 4th, but it is going to get framed. I spent all the extra money to buy the things I needed. It was the first time I really did a Hands Across the Sea sampler. I've never done one before this one. Yes, I picked this one to do first. At least I didn't pick one of the May ones. So anyway, I'm going to get it done. You heard it here. Going to do it. 4 people. 4 samplers I'm going to finish. Guess what? Going to finish this one too. It's not big. It's fun stitching. It's easy stitching. I mean, I did almost this whole corner. I mean, I feel like this can get done. Yes, people, 5. 5 samplers are going to get done. Now, some of the others I've started will not get done. Like my birthday, that's not going to get done until next year, which I haven't shown. Jesse Watson is next year because I'm finishing that, and that's a whole nother video, which I will be doing soon. And hopefully getting together with people again. I forgot to say I got together with people, and it was really great. I had so much fun. So thank you everyone who joined me on the Facebook room that I had on that Friday night. It was probably at least 4 weeks ago now. It was super fun. I enjoyed it. My birthday start this year obviously won't be done until next year. Jesse Watson won't be done till next year. Winter Rose Manor won't be done till next year. So I'm not doing all of them. I'm not committing to finishing all. Maria Higginson, actually might get put away. I have not decided. I think I'm going to put her away for a while. I've kind of lost a little. I mean, she's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but I think I need a break. But I need to bring one of my samplers in for July. It was going to be Early Americans, I am kind of thinking I want to get, mostly because I've been seeing everybody's working on it, is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. So I think I'm going to get that out and start working on that too. Yeah, it's gorgeous, right? Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm going to start after my garden series. Right now I am looking at United We Stand, which is another Blackbird design. If you haven't seen that one, it was an exclusive on one of the Facebook groups. I'm assuming they'll put it out at some point. It's really pretty. So that one, which I have started, it's not even half done. So it'll take a while. The other one I'm thinking about trying to finish is, let's see, where's that? Maybe the Sarah Lytle sampler bag, because I got really far on that 1 month. The other one I'm thinking about is the Fracture Flowers by Lottie Da. I have most of the bottom done, so I have to do the top. So it still would take a long time. So those are kind of the 4 I'm thinking about trying to work on. So we'll see. But that's that part. So there you go. 5 samplers, people. 5. I'm going to try to finish 5. F-I-V-E, 5. All right. So let's go into some other fun stuff. The chenille just went everywhere. I'm like, what is it doing over here? Well, let's just talk about that. So I was talking with somebody who was finishing the Happy Birthday by Brenda Gervais. You've seen it. Everybody's got it. I love it. Had to have it. I showed it last time I Flosstube. So it comes with the cream or colored chenille or pom-poms, right? Well, my friend has to be above and beyond, Kathy. You know who you are. She did it with Lady Dot Creates Union pom-poms. Beautiful blue Union pom-poms. Can I tell you, it looked amazing. So I had to go buy some. So not only did I buy this, but of course I was going through matching up some of my other stuff, and I thought, well, sorry about the crinkle. It's going to be a little crinkly. I was like, well, I need to replace those. So I ordered the ones I'm going to use. Then I was like, oh, but this is cute. Oh, but I like this. So again, another bag of trims. Plus, I got some beautiful, beautiful, if you did not know that she does the chenille, or the velveteen, I mean. So I got these 3 colors in velveteen. Are those absolutely gorgeous or what? Oh, this one I could put on everything. Oh my goodness, Berry Crush. This one, I think maybe a friend used this one. Peapod, perfect green, perfect. And then I'm not much of an orangey type of person, but this shallot, the shade of it is so pretty and can go with so many things. Love it. So I had to buy those. And I've used her black chenille on that pillow I showed earlier, the heart pillow. So anyway, all of those. And then look at, oh, this was another, the Grape Fizz pom-poms. Are those not adorable? They look a little gray, but they're a pale lavender purple. And they're like, perfect. Anyway, got that whole bag. All right. Some things that I'm getting every month. I thought I would go through those next. So these scattered seed samplings, if you haven't seen that one, Home Tweet Home, I love it. I actually had done some like this that were tweet instead of sweet. This one's sweet, but I had some that said tweet, and I did them a long time ago. They're kind of dated, but I still have them up because I love them. So these are really cute because they come all packaged beautifully. If you haven't seen these, the little charm up there, the fabric is inside here. It's always Country Vintage Mocha and 36. Absolutely adorable. These are on my list. I have last year's club and then this year's club. These are on my list to work on next year too. And it's all done in DMC, but it's still beautiful, right? People need to not knock the DMC. I really like designers who are using a mix of the DMC along with the variegated flosses. I really, really enjoy that. Just FYI. let's talk about some of my fabric. I didn't open it. Ugh. By NeedleCraft Corner, I am getting Fat Quarters by Fabrics by Stephanie. I'm getting a 36 and a 40 because overachiever. And I will say NeedleCraft Corner is a great, great shop. If there is ever an issue, they are right on top of it and deal with any situation right away. And they are so wonderful. I accidentally, because, you know, they have multiple fabric clubs going on and different counts. Like everyone, you can ask them what count. I accidentally got, I think, some 32, and it was in maybe a Jobelin or something. And I was like, that's not me. And it really partially was my fault. I mean, they invoiced me with the count that they sent me. I should have noticed that count was wrong before they even sent it to me and didn't pay the invoice and sent them a message and said, hey, that's not the count I get. Partially my fault, but they took care of it. They sent me the new stuff. They put an envelope inside of it. I sent them back the other stuff. Their Dreama is honestly a wonderful, wonderful shop corner. So here is what we got. We got Colonial Parchment, which is super perfect for any sampler or any project. You can see this is the 40. It is a little bit deeper, which is, I think, really gorgeous. This is the 36. I love both of them. Super pretty. Love the variegation. Honestly, now that I'm looking at this 40 might be actually pretty good for that Janet Douglas sampler. She says, let's look at that. I know it's a little deeper, but oh, that's the wrong one. That's not going to work, is it? Let me pull out the right one. That's still the wrong one. Where is the correct one? She asked. I think it's in the bag. Yes, I put it back in the bag. It is a little lighter, but the colors would probably show on that pretty good. I might have to look at that. I might keep that out. And then when I get the other fabrics, kind of put them all together and decide and put the flosses against them and make sure. Because that cream color for the zigzag border, it is very light. And there's a pale yellow in here. So here's the ecru. It's very light. Here's the yellow. You can see they're fairly different. It's very light. So you definitely want it to show up. So anyway, that might go in here so I don't forget. Anyway, I got those. I love them. They're perfect. I just received, and along with those, she ties everything up in a beautiful ribbon. So I have all these wonderful ribbons that I could use for something. And then this time she sent, there's always a little gift, these beautiful plexi keychains that I think would be great for gifts. Little stitched up gifts. You can put stitchy stuff inside. Aren't they cute? I bet you she has these. So if you like them, get them. These would be great. I think these would even be great to put, whatever kind of tree you do, like if you have Halloween tree, a Christmas tree, you could stitch something up in these and still hang these on the tree, right? Like who cares that they have a key ring on them? Wouldn't they be great for ornaments? I think so. Tell me what you think, because I think they'd be great for ornaments. And she always puts them in nice little bags. I mean, you know, themed, the shells and everything. Love it. So great there. All right, I've got piles of stuff. The other thing, and I know many of you have seen it, I'm doing the So Much to Love bags. So I will show you what I got. This is a fun beach theme. I'm sure you'll figure out very quickly. So we got elderflower citrus, a beautiful wood magnet. Let me see who this is by. She always sends a letter. And it's this exclusive one that they made by Joseph's Wood Shop. I mean, isn't that beautiful? The two-toned wood. It looks wonderful. Actually, it's actually not two-toned. That is carved out. That is probably lasered out. of that piece of wood and then stained darker. That's perfect. I love that. Some wonderful taffy. I saved this for many, many weeks and I have not eaten it. It's getting eaten today to show you guys, right? And then we got an exclusives chart by Hands On Design. It's super fun and summery, and I'm actually excited to do this one. This isn't my normal colors or anything or vibe, but I think it's a super adorable for summer. Look at that. The house and the flamingos. Sun, sand, and sea. I adorbs. And I love the way her finishing is always so lovely. Love that. You might hear the dog. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. I'm so sorry, people. I'm getting close, I promise. So let's show you the bag. Here it is. Fun summer beach theme. Look at the sky. Look at the pretty birds. I am excited about this one. This one's going to have summer pieces. I'm going to use this as a seasonal bag for summer stitches. Anything that's not like patriotic summer, but just summer, it's going in here. Isn't that perfect? Because I probably don't stitch a ton of that, but this bag will be big enough for that to do. I'm excited. I love the polka dots. I love the color, the turquoise color with the red, the door. It all perfectly matches. I'm enjoying that. I know, sampler stitcher, flower stitcher, patriotic stitcher. I love so many different things. My other monthly item came, and I'm so excited because I wanted this color for a long time and I finally got some. So I'm on the Traditional Stitches 40 count Lakeside Linens Club. So it's definitely not easy to get in. Sometimes it's not open. When I looked one day, it was open. I'm getting a fat half because some of my samplers are bigger than a fat quarter. So I decided to get a fat half. And I got Vintage Navy Bean. Look at that beautiful color. It is kind of like this taupey gray brown. It's really pretty. I'm really enjoying. I just got it today, so really it's my first look at it. But it's really pretty. Not a lot of variation, but really subtle softness. I'm enjoying that. It reminds me a bit of Confederate gray, but more, it almost even has a little bit of green in there, but it's definitely kind of a gray taupe. Let me put it up against this parchment because you can really see the difference between more of a brown taupe color and more of a gray type of taupe color, I think. Nice, right? Anyway, super excited about this. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Do you know what I'm going to say? What about this color? It might be too gray for this, actually. I was looking at that. That might be a little too gray. I don't know. It doesn't have as much variegation for sure. But I think it might be too much. But I have some ideas for that piece of fabric. I need to go in my chart stash and check it out. So I joined a club. I know I shouldn't have. So I saw where the Wool and Willow had some more of their strawberries up, and I had to go get them right away because the last time I got those 3 I showed you, and I wish I'd gotten a couple more. So I did. So look at these little beauty cuties. Oh my goodness. Aren't they adorable? Look at that pattern. These 2 are kind of like the other ones, but different shades of that colors. Look at the little sticks. I am in love. So of course I decided to join her fall wool fairy club because I don't have anything fall like. I like those colors, but I love the purples and green stuff, but then I think you could always take that and add in some of the other fall colors because I'm not much of a rusty orange, but I think you could, you know, if you look at this one from Jeanette, you can add those colors into that and it makes really pretty because this is actually a purple in there. Really could add some really nice colors. Anyway, so I did that, and of course she gives you this. This is her little gift to you that she makes. Aren't those adorbs? So I got another one of those. I have one already, but I'm excited about that. So check her out. I don't know if that club is still open, if she has any available spots or not, but I jumped on that right away. That needs to go with that. The other thing I have been getting, which is not a club, but our string samplery has been putting out these Sunday stitches. So of course I got the next one. It came a while back. There is another one out and I probably will be getting that one soon. This one is a Mighty Fortress. I really like that. And I love the lettering. I love how strong it is. I mean, it's strong like a fortress, you know, really bold. And I'm enjoying those colors. So these are on my list too to stitch next year. Oh my gosh, because these are small. They're not really that big. And then she has been putting out every so often. It's not every month, but she has small samplers that she's been putting out. And of course, as soon as when this one came out, she did say she was going to put these out in like a book altogether, I think, since they're all smalls. I don't know if all of them will be in one or how exactly she'll do it. So you can get these later. I know she has different options on her site to get these, and I know it's been shown a few times, but these are some of the smaller samplers, reproduction samplers that she's gotten, and so she's putting them out. It's called a small samplings collection, and you can order just the chart. You can order the chart with floss and linen. You can order the chart with just the floss. So on a couple of them, I am not wanting to do them on the count that she was doing them on because she's reproducing them in certain sizes. I'm probably going to do them a little smaller because I definitely want to do at least a 36 or a 40 on some of these. I want them to be tiny. I think they're going to be adorable. This one I think is really going to be adorable. I've seen a couple of people already have it stitched up, and on Instagram, it's called the EA Selic 1842. This bird is adorbs. So cute. Love it. And so I ended up getting, it's really nice when you, I would at least get the flosses because they come all together. That way you have them. No, you're not going to use all of them, but you know you're going to use these flosses. I mean, onion skin, gingerbread, pine needles, English ivy, colonial rose, chestnut, dirt road, teal frost, and merlot. I mean, lovely colors, right? Love it. And along with that, she always gives you a real postcard of the sampler. This is the reproduction, or I mean the original, and it is a real postcard. And this time she always gives you a little gift. I think last time it was a little pin. I mean, they were just different things. This time she gave you a sheet of her stickers. Aren't they great? Love that. So that's something to look out for. This color also came with DMC. She does have one DMC in there. I am on her newsletter, so I get her newsletter. So whenever I see a newsletter from her, I check it very, very fast to make sure if one of these is coming out and go and get it ASAP. Every single one of them I will be getting because they're great. So the last thing I got, I can make my own bags, but I had to get a new bag. I don't need a new bag. So let me look at something real quick because I gotta make sure I get this right. Oh, right here. I saw this bag and literally had to have it pretty much instantly. I knew that it was one that I wanted. I knew that it was one that I had to have. Let me find out. And I was going to see, I don't know if it had, to see something else and make sure that I got everything together that I got with this. I got it a while ago, and I'll be honest with you, I forgot. I know you're surprised, right? I forgot I ordered it. Because I ordered this and a floss ring with it from number 12 Stitch Co. I wanted to make sure I got both of them together, but I did. I just couldn't remember I did them in the same order, and they were both from, I was pretty sure they're both from number 12 Stitch Co. But I had to get this bag. Look how beautiful this is. I don't know what fabric she calls this, but I love it. And I want to do some of these little squares. So, I mean, her price for it is fantastic for all the work that's done in there. Look at this inside fabric. I mean, could you just, oh, I could have a bag of that too. Oh my. Quality is impeccable. Look at this beautiful fabric. And I loved the lighter blue. She had, so if you go to her shop, especially on those, there will be just one of these to buy because they're all slightly different. So sometimes she'll have different outside fabric, and each of them, the placement is all different, you know, for all the different colors. This is all quilted. Can you see it's all quilted on here? Beautiful. And then I had to get, what I bought this bag for, I'm going to tell you, is what I was thinking is all of my scattered seed samplings will go in there. Because I think a lot of them, just the look and the feel of it, I think I'm going to put all of those in there because I have like, I'll probably have at least 8 of those. So those will fit in there nicely. And then the floss ring, I bought these to go with that because of the bird on there. Just reminded me of the scattered seed samplings. And look at these beautiful tags that she puts on there. The last time she sent me those that I gave away, she said her husband had been punching them out for her. But look at the cute, just simple designs on there to go with it. So that's why I bought this. And I love this little thing here. You could, and she's got the little key on there. Just the detail on her work is amazing. And if you haven't tried her fabric is really good too. I was tempted to buy some fabric, but I'm getting the club fabric and I've already got some of her fabric. So I was like, oh, but the floss ring, I just thought that was really cute. I thought it was perfect. I mean, if you look at her little thing here, it's very similar. So those I think are all going to go in this beautiful bag. And I couldn't make this bag for what to buy it from her. There's just no way. And then she sent me this too with it, which is really cute. She made. So I love that. So I'm going to put that in there. And I think I'm going to use the back and write down like every one that I do and when I started and finished. I think I'm going to do that and keep it in the bag so then I know. All right. That is all the stash that I bought. So I'm so sorry this is long, but it's been 6 weeks at least. So that is one of the big reasons. Moving forward, I kind of told you part of my plans was going to be to finish the Blackbird garden series. I want to get this finished. And then I've got some ideas, like I had said, for my next, whip finish. So let me know what you think. I think the United We Stand by Blackbird Design, I'm kind of itching to do that, mostly because in the summer issue of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, Vonna did a tutorial on how to finish that in that mattress type finish. So I would love to try to do that finish and get it done, especially for next year, for to put out for Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, with all my quote Americana stuff that I'm going to be stitching too, since I'm going to have a smalls year. Another reason I want to finish 5 samplers this year, I want to get some of them out of the way so I can do my smalls. So that one I'm kind of itching to do. My other contenders are, here we go, the Fracture Flowers by Lottie Da. Or I think I had talked about, what were the other ones? Emily's house. Oh, the Sarah Lytle, the sampler bag. So that one could be 2. So those 3 I think will be up next to finish. Those are all ones that I feel like I could do finishes on, and that I'm kind of interested in getting finished. I think those would be fun to finish. So let me know what you think. I have not written in my book. I need to write for the last couple of days. I've really been working on the apple orchard. I need to write down what I've been doing with that. I'm not sure I'll do any more this week on it, or not this week, tonight. I think I'm going to have to spend some time putting everything away first, and then deciding what I can even, if I have time to stitch on anything. But that is the plan. Hopefully I'll be back with you before 6 weeks, but it could be more than 2. It could be 3, hopefully not more than 3. I'd like to keep it shorter. I don't really like giving you guys these long ones to watch. But anyway, thank you for visiting with me. If you have stuck around this long, whoo, good for you. I appreciate it. Not much else going on. I'm going to have some other videos. I am going to try to show you some of my front garden. I've been taking pictures kind of every week or when new flowers open, to kind of give you a series of pictures of different things that are blooming, because obviously not everything blooms at once. But I thought that would be a fun way, and to kind of do kind of little video parts, and then some kind of slideshow from spring through till whenever I make the video. Anyway, and then I definitely want to get another episode up for July for my autism sal, my Jessie Watson autism sal. So if you don't know about that, check out some of those videos. They're special editions, and that is about my Stitch with Jessie Watson. So I don't really show that on here. I'm going to show that on that Flosstube. So I'll be making that and probably posting that this coming week or so. Everybody is working on the July section, which we're just moving down the alphabet row. We're almost done with like alphabet and numbers, so I'm going to get to the fun part of some motifs, which I'm excited about. And then I'm toying with, which I feel like I've shown you everything almost, but I am toying with doing some sort of maybe mid-whip parade at the end of July, just to kind of like go through, where am I? Are these plans I just spoke about even reasonable, even at the end of July? I don't know. I'm going to write everything out so you guys can keep me, on the right track. You'll know what I've planned, and then just keep me focused. I've been staying focused this year. I will say the last few months have been more difficult. At the beginning of the year, I was writing everything down before I even started and trying to do multiple whips. Now I'm kind of spending more like 2 or 3 days on one project, and I'm enjoying that. So I'm just, switching it up. I always say, like everyone else, stitch what you love, stitch what you want to stitch on. I start out a certain way, and it doesn't mean I'm going to stick that way the whole year. I am really, really, really focused on getting my whip count down so I can do some other things next year that I want to do, but I don't want to have so many whips that it's out of control. My goal next year is to work on a lot of small samplers and smalls. Like, where did he go? Where did my little thing go? He may be lost. I might have lost him. I really might have. I have so much stuff everywhere. I have no earthly idea where. Oh, there it is. It went. Here it is on the floor. Smalls like this that I can put around the house and just decorate with. I'm really wanting to get some of those done. I don't have hardly any, and I really want to focus on that and do some of those. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, even though it was like hour and 40 minutes. Have a great week. Enjoy your stitching, and just as usual, just be kind. Bye, guys.